Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the last part, we got a lot of headway into this dungeon, cleared a good chunk of it, and managed to fall way down to the bottom and yet still make our way back up, thanks to Feyor's Wind. So, first things first, we're going to check out this little side path, where we're going to get the compass, I think. That's what this looks like. Because it's not the dungeon treasure. That doesn't come out so easily. Meaning it's gotta be the compass. Because the dungeon treasure, we know is going to be like a hammer. And we're going to be getting that from beating a boss. As we found out in the water temple, you need to beat a boss to get the dungeon items now. So we gotta be careful for the walls of fire they're summoning. And it's a pretty bad combo because I can't even see the walls of fire half the time before they hit me. Because I'll stop moving the control stick, but Link's still running into it. So we can't make it from this side. We gotta find another door to go from. On that note, this one's finally a fake door. It can have a bomb. Because, well, the door can't survive bombs. You gotta be very careful for that little hole, because it will just drop you to the bottom. We're gonna bomb this door as well. And try to make our way to, we can see there's a door in there. Just face first into the fire, you can do it. Now this totem, while you're near it, it'll spit out fire from the closest directions. So as long as you stay close to the wall, you should be able to avoid it for the most part. But if you're like me, you've taken a lot of unnecessary hits. So the little bit of healing, those 4 hearts, are going to be welcomed. Actually, I don't really remember. Do I still have... I do still have a fairy. So we can see there is a guy here that we need to open the door to get that. So we're going to follow the rules of thumb and play our Ocarina. Oh, I'm doing X. I'm sure I'm hitting things. With that, we summon a block down that you can't really see, but there is a way to enter this room from a higher floor, and that's how you find it. So, from up here, we now have access to both sides, but this switch looks rusted. Yep, you can't do anything at this point from this entrance. I didn't realize it locked behind you. But yeah, so we're gonna have to sneak our way around the long way and go back into this door and just go straight through this time. Well, we're gonna keep the Song of Time block up there. Is there anything on this side? Oh, it's another. The block was sitting on top of this switch, but it's another switch we can't do anything with directly. So we have to wait a little bit before we can free that guy. Bo beats Keith. Bo beats Keith. Poor Keith. Alright. We're going to have to find which route is best to take in this situation. That wasn't too difficult. So, hit the button, and it turns down the fire. However, it only turns it down for a very short time, so you have to make sure you've made it past that wall by that point. Because you can see the firewall is back, and there is no retreat. So let's continue on, see what is in. There it is. I was like, I realized like as I hit A for it, I'm like, this is the door that just messes with you, isn't it? We bomb our way through, and access to. This is the other thing it could be mentioning, that they dance while they attack. And with them, you can hook shot through them, or you can use the bomb to drop them in. And you just gotta do what damage you can. Because the bomb, you see, knocks them out just as well. I personally use the hook shot. And like the Goron that we had to catch to get this tunic, they will turn around very quickly if they see you. However, because of that, they stop in place. If they complete their dance, which I would say, I guess this one's going to, they spit out fires, because I think they're called the Flame Dancer. Let's see. Flame Dancer. Extinguish its flaming clothes first. That'll be your chance to strike. And hitting it enough times removes the fire from the center, giving us access to this rock that'll lift us up into the air. And the other tower. We were in the first tower, that's where we got the 200 rupees. Alright, let's take a look around. So we know we gotta go up here. We can see it's another fire puzzle, which we solved with last time. Just dropping a bomb. This time, it's gonna be dropping a bomb. Yeah, there isn't too much special you can do with bombs in this game. I liked in other games where they have like conveyors that they can move, or they're time-based, like they're timer-based, and you can like set them up and launch things. That's always a fun part. So, we can't just grapple straight to the end, unfortunately. So, we can hit the button and open this area. I'm actually going to dispel the warp point. Make a new warp point here, because there's a giant hole in the center of this tower. I'd prefer to not die to it. Also, I took down one of the keys. Looks like there is, in fact, another one way over there. That one's down, and that's all the enemies I can see cleared. So, unlike the other one where we could grapple, this one we're gonna have to do manually. And I think the only way to make the it fast enough is to take this path. Though I seem to remember it being skinnier when I played it as a kid, because I fell down that so many times. Instead, we now have the Megaton Hammer, which just gonna put over my bow for now, because there's a lot of things in this dungeon that we have unlocked. Like these things. Anything with those faces, at least on the ground, you can hammer. These blocks here, you can hammer them. And I think it's about to show you a room of enemies. Oh no. Alright, from here, we know we can actually hammer that. And it's going to slowly make some stairs for us to get down another floor. However, at the very bottom, you can actually see a blue switch, which means, as we saw in Jabu Jabu's belly, we need to bring this box with us. Because it's one of those switches that needs to be held down. With that, we have made it, I think, all the way out. And there it is. There's that hole I saw earlier that I was mentioning that we had to be careful for. We can hit this rusted switch, and it'll actually open this door for us. Which, once we get to the other side, we can hit that rusted switch. We are basically at the end of this dungeon already. I'm a little surprised it only took us about 2.5 parts. I'm probably not going to be doing the boss in this one just because, I don't know, the boss always takes a bit. You Saw Morpho was one that I always thought was easy, and that one took us quite some time. So we're going to talk to this guy. Free to go, tell you a secret. Door hidden behind the statue at the entrance of this temple. The Goron special crop won't work. Don't you have anything stronger? I think that's Goron heresy to say right there, that there's something stronger than their special crop. But, I mean, it is their divine relic sort of thing, so I guess I can agree with it is going to be something they can openly say is stronger than their crop. And we hammer this pillar. And land safely. It's a weird little trait of that one, that you will, I believe, every time land safely, because I guess it doesn't want to kill you right before the boss. But with that, we've actually unlocked all that we need to go to the boss, except for the boss key. 2 fairies there. Thank you. And thank you. Alright. So, from now that we're down here, we can go back to the entrance. Like they mentioned, there is, in fact, a door hidden here. Also, gonna put back on my hookshot. Put back on my Megaton hammer. So we saw that door right under this side, and that's where the big boss key is. We also have this guy. With that and the key we just got. Because if we hadn't picked up that key, we have to climb our way all the way back up. Also, the hammer flips these guys over and makes them really a joke to kill, but it doesn't do anything against keys, so I don't really tend to use it much in this room. Because those keys are the ones that are probably the bigger issue to me than anything else. Oh, one more of them. You can shield and that will actually turn off the fire from the keys. I'm glad we still do our little spin maneuver whenever the door is open. Another one of these tile puzzle rooms. Literally, you can wipe through them pretty quickly just by sitting with your shield on. Only 5 for this one. Still gotta be careful about that guy because he is very good against what we tend to use. You know what? Here, just come fight me. Oh, we got eaten. Shield is gone and the tunic you were wearing has also been taken. But you kill him and he spits out his rupees along with the Hylian shield and the Goron tunic. But we're not wearing it immediately. We have to turn them both back on. We also got that gold sculpture that was sitting right here. How are we doing on those? Still more in this temple? Well, that's good, because I wasn't really attempting to get them all, but if it happened, it happened. And I think this is where I'm going to call it. Another one of those flame dancers has appeared. In the next part, we will take it down, get the boss key, and challenge Volvagia. See you guys then.